The ruin of Kilton Castle, 5 miles to the west of Guisborough, and just off the A173 between Brotton and Lingdale, is allegedly the haunt of a white lady, believed to be Lucia de Thweng, who died in 1346. Lucia de Thweng was born at Kilton Castle on 24th of March 1279, the only child of Robert de Thweng and his wife Matilda, daughter of Roger de Merle of Morpeth Castle. Her parents died while she was still a baby, and she became a ward of Edward I. She grew up in Kilton Castle under the protection of her uncle Sir Marmaduke de Thweng. She was given in marriage by the Crown to Sir William Latimer in 1294 against the wishes of her family. She was at that time attached to her cousin, and she is supposed to have given birth to his child whilst married to Latimer. When Sir William rode to war against the Gascons, and later the Welsh, his wife went to live with her cousin in Stirling. The marriage between Lucia and Sir William could never have been a love match, and so her affair with her cousin lasted until his death in 1297, whereupon she returned to her husband. In 1304, while Latimer was again at war with the Scots, Lucia was abducted by Peter de Morley at Mulgrave Castle. Later, she began an affair with Nicholas de Mainel of Walton, giving birth to his child at Walton Castle, much to the chagrin and disapproval of the church. Her divorce from William Latimer was granted in 1307, and 4 years later she is known to have married Robert de Everingham, albeit briefly, because he was killed a few years later in Scotland. Her last marriage was to Sir Bartholomew de Fanacourt in 1320, which seems to have brought a contentment, if not happiness, for her at last. It lasted until her death at her manor house at Brotton on the 8th of January 1346, at the age of 67. This is one of the small hauntings in the northeast that has fascinated me for some time, but as yet I have not had the opportunity to investigate. I hope to remedy this when I get back home once more. What I know of the tales of Kilton is that locals have claimed to have seen a white-cloaked figure wandering the ruins on many occasions. In 1967 in Kilton Lane, near to the castle, a young couple in their car were greatly surprised when a white-cloaked female figure stepped through a hedge and crossed the road in front of them. The Welcome to Whitby website mentions that a shimmering figure in flowing white robes has been seen walking along Kilton Lane. On Reddit, one author mentions that people who have seen her say she floats by and ignores them, and added that, "To me, when I've been around these woods, or on that lane, you can feel something terrible happen there." It is mentioned in some of the literature that bus drivers on the route through Kilton have also reported the apparition of the White Lady at the roadside. Perhaps this dates from the time when there were more bus routes to our smaller villages. However, it is not stated whether any stopped to let her on the bus, unlike the female apparition at Oxney Bottom in Kent, where they did. But that's another story elsewhere on my channel.